Hello and welcome into this week's edition of the RNN Diecast review right here on Racing News Now. As always, I'm your host Garth Allen. Thank you once again for joining me today. If this is your first time catching a Racing News Now video, consider going down below and hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. On this week's edition of the RNN Diecast review, we're looking at an Xfinity Series raced win from 2018. And we're in week 2 of the season at Atlanta, so that means we are looking at Kevin Harvick's number 98 Hunt Brothers Ford that he won at Atlanta with. 2018 in action on this side of the box. Probably hearing the loose screw roll around in the box. 2018 Xfinity Series schedule on the back of the box. And then, of course, this side of the box we have the production sticker, one of 517 of these cars made. Alright, so what comes in the box? 2 stickers. Stewart-Haas Racing 10th anniversary sticker, 2009 to 2018. Xfinity Series winner sticker. And then, of course, the race detail card. Kevin Harvick, Renai 250, winner February 24th, 2018, 47th NASCAR Xfinity Series win. Take a look at the back. Harvick reigns over Atlanta. So this would be the first of 2 wins on the weekend for Kevin Harvick at Atlanta. One of his best tracks, a track he is really good at. Swept the weekend between Xfinity and Cup. He was not in the truck race, so obviously didn't completely sweep the weekend, but won every race he was in at Atlanta. And of note, since he announced after Darlington that he would not run another Xfinity race, if that is true, this is Kevin Harvick's final Xfinity Series victory, as he did not win in any of his other 5 starts in 2018. So if that holds true and Kevin Harvick does never run another Xfinity race, this is Kevin Harvick's final Xfinity win. All right, so on to the car. As you can see here, it is hood open, as are all of the Xfinity Series cars. Take a look under the hood, lots under the hood here. Ford, powered by Ford Mobil 1 Haas and Wix filters. Take a look at the engine detail, standard engine detail for the Xfinity Series cars. Not much detail to speak of. Take a look at the nose here, a little bit of rubber buildup. Ford Mustang, Stewart-Haas Racing with Biaggi Dinbesti. And the number 98. Hunt Brothers Pizza on the hood. You can see here a little bit of rubber buildup. Not a lot, though. Same thing we talked about last week with the Brett Moffitt Atlanta win truck. Just not a lot of rubber buildup on these. Not as much as you would expect from Atlanta. Xfinity across the top of the windshield. The stickers around the camera, the Hunt Brothers stickers, are actually placed correctly this time, I'm noticing. And they did put in the escape hatch on top here. Sometimes they do that, sometimes they don't. Number 98 on the roof, and Hunt Brothers Pizza. 3 logos on the back. Harvick across the back of the back window. DIN number 468, and Hunt Brothers Pizza on the deck lid. A lot of Hunt Brothers Pizza on this car. Contingency sponsors here down the left side. A little bit of scuffs there on both tires. Hard plastic window net as usual on these Xfinity cars. Kevin Harvick across the name rail. Social media logo. Sponsors down the B post. A lot of sponsors here in front of the right rear tire. Fields, Dinbesti, Water Solutions, Biaggi Brothers, Exalta, and Rush Truck Centers. They're so small I can't read them from this far away. Haas and Mobil 1 down here behind the right rear tire. Hunt Brothers Pizza again. Look at the back bumper here. More Hunt Brothers Pizza. GT, the Ford license plate. Kevin Harvick Foundation and the number 98. And then down the passenger side looks relatively the same as the driver's side. A little bit of rubber buildup here in the 98 on the right side. I didn't notice that so much on the left side. Yeah, there's a little bit on the driver's side as well. All right, so that is your look at Kevin Harvick's 2018 Xfinity Series Atlanta win raced version. It is cool to have this paint scheme. I will say that because, if I'm not mistaken, this is the only way in 1/24th scale this car was produced. I'm pretty sure they did make it 1/64th. I think maybe only in the Authentics line. I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't get a lot of 1/64ths, so I'm not 100% sure exactly what gets made in 1/64th, but I'm pretty sure it was in the Authentics, if nothing else. But I believe this was the only way this got made in the 1/24 scale. So cool to at least have this paint scheme, because I really do like this Hunt Brothers scheme. I'm a little iffy on the number font this year that they used for this Biaggi 98 though. They don't look like they go together. Like the 9 is a different font than the 8. I don't know. It feels weird to me. I don't know. Am I the only one that feels like that? I don't know. But like I said, it is cool to have this paint scheme. And it's almost basically a clean version. I mean, you look at this car, there's a little bit of rubber buildup, a little bit of scuffs on the tires, but that's about it. Not really what you'd expect out of an Atlanta car, but I mean, it's the same thing we got out of the Brett Moffitt car. So I need to look at some reference photos. I don't know if that's correct or not. That doesn't seem correct for Atlanta. Like I talked about last week on the Brett Moffitt one, Atlanta is notorious for chewing up tires. So usually on these Atlanta race versions, you get a good amount of rubber buildup on these cars, but there's not much on this one, and there's not much on the Brett Moffitt truck either. So I am not really sure what the deal with that is, if that's correct or not. Maybe somebody let me know down in the comments if you know better than I do. Is the lack of rubber buildup on this and the Brett Moffitt truck from last week, is that correct? I mean, I could look it up myself, and I probably will, but if somebody wants to let me know, that would be fantastic, because I'm not really sure. It doesn't seem right to me. I don't know, but that should do it for this week's RNN Diecast review. Next week on the Diecast review, we do not have the Kevin Harvick Cup Series Atlanta race win to look at. So I believe, next week's Diecast review will again be an Xfinity Series raced version, and it will be Kyle Larson's Las Vegas raced win. So, if you like these Xfinity Series reviews or these lower series reviews, anything but the Cup Series, it's a good couple of weeks for you. Actually, a good 3 weeks for you, since we did Brett Moffitt last week. So, yeah, like I said, Kyle Larson's Xfinity Vegas win coming up next week, since we don't have the Harvick Atlanta Cup Series victory. And then, again, not real sure what's coming up on Flashback Friday this week. I think I have an idea, but I think I like this whole keeping it as a surprise, too, for Flashback Friday. So, we'll see on Friday what shows up for Flashback Friday, but like I said, I think I have an idea what I want to do, actually, for the next couple weeks on Flashback Friday. So keep an eye out for that. But if you haven't done it already, go down below, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you don't miss a thing going forward from RNN. And while you're down there, hit that big thumbs up button if you like the video. It's much appreciated when you do. So with that, this has been the RNN Diecast review. I'm Garth Allen for Racing News Now.